All right. Anybody home? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good whatever time it is in your location. God is good all the time. Say hi and call us if you have time. Call in show. The link been provided for all of you guys to call and smash that like button, please. Do your homework, brothers and sisters. Do your homework. Smash the like. Okay, this was a sudden live stream because I have a little bit of time. So keep smashing the like button. And you can be able to call us right now if you have time to do so. If not, no problem. No problem at all. Okay. We have a lot of stuff to cover, I tell you what. David Austin just tweeted this like about 30 minutes ago. Jadon Sancho likely to exit Manchester United before the deadline. Man United in talks with Chelsea and Juventus for permanent or loan. Chelsea will probably need player to move other way. Raheem Sterling, most feasible, but a lot must happen for that to materialize. So when David Austin gets involved in something like this, something is happening behind closed doors. 3 days to go until the window shut down. So many things could happen very, very soon. So it's not speculations anymore. This is happening. And you ask yourself, if they bring Sancho, are they going to afford to bring Osimhen? That is another question. Is Sancho really the profile that Chelsea need right now? Big question. Or are Chelsea going because there is an opportunity to buy somebody? You know what I mean? So those are the headlines going on from Mr. Bomba himself, David Austin. Let's see if he got another bomber. Nketiah, remember him? From Arsenal. Nketiah was given permission to go and do his medical with Crystal Palace, and also he agreed on 5-year contract apparently with Crystal Palace. Arsenal are gonna get a package of 25 million plus 5 for the 25 years old. Personal terms not a problem, so it could be announced in the next coming hours or days. So Nketiah, number 14, goodbye and see you later. Okay, and then Scott McTominay moved from Manchester United to Napoli, now down to the final stages, literally. He's finishing personal terms and all that. I think somebody like McTominay is going to be a perfect player for Antonio Conte, who value like physical work, like work ethic. And Scott McTominay, you can say whatever you want, but he got that dog fight in him, and he's going to do good under Mr. Conte at Napoli. And Manuel Ugarte, everybody knows that it's a here we go to Manchester United. That brother had like a season to forget at PSG last season. PSG hijacked him from Chelsea, and he was probably the worst signing of the last decade at Paris Saint-Germain. I don't blame him on everything because the system didn't fit him, you know. Enrique is a tiki-taka passing the ball, but this guy is a proper DM old school. No nonsense, tackling, defending, that's what he knows. But when it comes to passing, having the ball, he hit the ball with passion. So I don't know how Ten Hag is gonna accommodate him at Manchester City, but somebody who can do very good with people like Antonio Conte or Jose Mourinho. You give them Ugarte, my lord, they are going to have a good season because he got that spirit, that fighting spirit so far. People's Republic, if you're not talking, please mute yourself because we can hear everything you're doing here.
No,
Making
sorry,
a
I
lot
was
of
sitting
noise.
down. I'm just sitting down, putting on the power cable. Sorry.
Okay, so you go on. If you wanna talk, you can go and give your opening statement before I continue giving headlines.
First of all, I want to congratulate you for your morning show. I watched it. What time was it? About 8 hours after you broadcast. It was a brilliant show. You guys were on fire. You really, really Victor, Mr. Ice, Aziz, even our friend from Arizona. I forget his name.
Andrew.
Andrew, it was an excellent show. Really well done. Congratulations. I liked it. Very good entertainment. And so it's good. But I actually, your show's actually very nice to watch them live, obviously, but also after you've done them live. They're actually very, very good because, you can.
Did you see how they get on me? Like they just bully me from right, center, everywhere. They just punched me
Everybody.
from everybody. I don't
I
know.
don't understand this. I don't understand. You're such a good person. Why
They
they pick
like
on
to
you?
bully me like hell, man.
No, where do we start? I was just listening. I find something you said there, your statement, very interesting about this guy from PSG. What's his name? The one you said.
Ugarte, Manuel Ugarte. And by the way,
Ugarte.
let me say hi to Skylar, who is another brother from Manchester United. So
Yeah.
yeah, you give your comment and then
Now,
he's gonna
yes,
explain to us
no,
even more about Ugarte because I think he's been doing his homework and he's gonna
because,
tell us more. Yes, go on.
because what you said, I found very interesting because you said something you didn't finish it off. So you said Ugarte, he's an old school DM, rough, tough, that no nonsense, break up the play, that just he's everywhere. Fair enough, but and that is you said the old school type of manager, Mourinho, Conte, they like this kind of player. But if you notice, the nature of the game has changed. Now it's not enough for you to be a midfield player and just do only destructive. You've got to also have ball distribution. You've got to be able to play the ball forwards, pass. So those all just, you can't just, you were saying, what were you saying this morning? You were saying Swiss Army knife. You've got to have more to your arsenal of talents than just destructive play. And this is why probably didn't fit in at PSG. And this is why I question what is Man U's plan agenda. You want this old school type. You just got rid of McTominay, who is exactly the same type, who was taller, probably a better player. But what is Eric Seven Hag's direction? Is he just want to play Jose football, or do you want to play the modern style, the modern way of playing football, and have a competitive team, or is he just caught between a rock and a hard place and in transition, doesn't really know what he's doing? And that is the question there before we even start on Chelsea.
Okay, so Skylar, you can answer that question for us, please.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's not really a question. I mean, if you have watched us for the past 2 years, you would immediately, you would literally get the answer because we don't play that football which you're mentioning, like the modern way of, building out from the back and then the midfield. You have technical players, and then the way we approach towards the goal, it's very much a transition style. That's why we have players like Bruno, Rashford, Garnacho, and even when McTominay was there, these people, they don't suit a footballing style where you have to do lots of build up, because they don't have that skill set. I mean, even if you look at someone like Bruno, that guy treats the ball like a grenade. So how are you? Yeah, so I mean, how are you supposed to build up? If you look at all our goals, you can say a very good team. If you look at Arsenal last season, they scored at least 25 goals from cutbacks. You know, that shows a team they are working on the patterns and how to move the ball from one place to another. I watched them against Aston Villa, and they were, on the offensive side, they were superb, man. Especially Odegaard. The chemistry he has with Saka. It's like good to watch. They are working on it. But at United, it's simply opposite. We rely heavily, heavily, heavily on that first press, and if it comes off, it's good. We have quick players and we transition. Otherwise, it's very very difficult for United to score because we don't have that Rodri or someone who can receive the ball off the defender. The first phase of play. That's a big problem. That's why I'm not like super excited with Ugarte because he's just like a younger version of Casemiro. I would have liked another profile, someone like Sanderberg from Burnley, because he's that Rodri kind of player.
He
He
just
knows how
signed
to.
for Fulham, right?
Fuller, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And look at them. They replaced Palinia, who's more closer to Ugarte, with this guy,
Yeah,
Sanderberg. So
Sanderberg.
even Fulham are looking to play this really expansive style of keeping the ball. But with United, the problem with Ten Hag is that when he came in, he was promising that we'll play this Ajax possession style football, but he soon found out that he can't do that in the Premier League. You need to have, especially with the players we had, which Oli, bought. They're not suitable for that kind of football. They are very much a transition style. So that's why we are going for Ugarte, because if we buy someone like I don't know, like a first phase midfielder like a João Neves, he'll be clueless. He wanted Frankie De Jong last season, but I don't know how De Jong would have done in this transition style system because Casemiro was very good in his first season, but then he dropped off. So
But
yeah, to simply
the
answer,
good news for me about Ugarte is he's still young. How old is he? Like
yeah,
22,
he's
23?
24. He's
24. Okay.
24.
So he can be coached. That's the way I
Can I,
see it.
can I ask him a
Yeah,
follow-up question to
yeah.
Skyler? So you, Skyler, as a Man United tifosi hardcore, what were you thinking this weekend when you watched Chelsea smash West Bromwich? Wolves. What were you thinking with that kind of football there? What did you think? What went through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, look, I watched the whole game against Wolves. Probably just missed the first part of the second half, but I watched all your games, and what I see is that you guys obviously have lots of firepower going up front. And for me, I need to see you play your brand of football against a semi-decent team. I'm not going to judge your football against Wolves because they lost all their players and haven't replaced them. They still need to replace Neto, and there are lots of centre backs to replace as well. They lost Gilman as well. So I'm not going to. I need a bigger sample size to judge Chelsea's football or style of play. But when I
Yeah.
saw you against City, I think I came literally on this team and said that there are a lot of positives to take from rather than just being upset about the defeat, because I see what your manager is trying to do and he has been literally there for 2 months. So I mean, as a United fan, all I can say is that obviously you guys bought well, which means you sold well, and that's why you can still go in for Osimhen. But as a United fan, I
Yeah,
feel like
but does that not, in a way, if you said the manager's only been there 2 years and he's 2 months, excuse me, and he's changed the system and what have you, and Ten Hag has been there for 2 years and he's changed nothing, and he just keeps using excuses that every time things go down, he wins an FA Cup, then they extend his contract, and then things go down the roof again, then he wins another FA Cup, and then they extend his contract. It's United sort of like they're treading water and either going forwards or backwards, it's just stagnant.
yeah, I mean, look, we are not progressing. I think winning the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, they are not really a sign of progression. It's just that, Man City, they won the Premier League and they came off that hype, and most of their players were drunk. It was literally the next week after winning the Premier League. So they weren't up for it and we took advantage. Don't forget, we were literally one offside of walk all away from losing to Coventry. So
Yeah.
it's not smooth sailing. We literally got outplayed by Newport County, and even the Carabao Cup which we won, we had 4 home games on the run. Like the draws favored us. We only played the most difficult team in Newcastle in the final. You know, so it's not. That's my thing. Like you can do well in the cups, but I don't see that as an indication of progress. You look at Arsenal. Like they literally for the last 2 years have took City to the last day. that's a sign of
Yeah.
progress. They might not win again, and City might do 5 feet, but at least you can say like Arteta, he has done his thing.
Mm.
It's just they have an immovable object in form of City. But you are right. I mean, if Maresca in 2 months can inculcate a style of play, I mean, why can't Ten Hag? I mean, but the thing is that we also don't have the players to play any kind of possession style, or we don't have players who like the ball. We like space. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so how are you going
That's
to
true.
play a possession style?
That's true. That's true. So, Bobby, just join us. Let me just remind people that Mikel Merino been confirmed by Arsenal, and it looks like Chelsea are working with Manchester United for the swap deal. Raheem Sterling and Jadon Sancho. David Austin just confirmed it, but it's still very, very early though. It's nothing done yet, but they are just exploring options what they can do. Both players are open to switch clubs, and it's gonna be very complicated because both players are on ridiculous wages, like 350k a week. So let's wait and see what this one is gonna happen. Bobby, the floor is yours.
Yeah, big up, coach. Coach, I don't believe the Raheem Sterling, Jadon Sancho thing. I don't believe it at all. I know Ornstein is the man,
Mm,
but I think he's not. He's being very vague over something that's highly unlikely. It's possible, but it's not likely, really.
mm,
I don't see the sense. Um, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
okay.
It just, you're offloading one big wage for one big wage.
Mm,
The one of the main reasons Chelsea's getting rid of Sterling is his wages,
yeah.
and these last few days of the transfer market, I think from a Chelsea point of view, a lot of cloak and daggers going on. A lot of smoke screens are being thrown up. I think the decks are being cleared for Osimhen. I really do. My gut feeling is that Osimhen's waiting for Chelsea and Chelsea's waiting for Osimhen. I think that's where all this is.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is gravy, in my opinion. I'm not speaking out of
Yeah, yeah,
any.
that is your own opinion. What do you think about
Yeah.
Ivan Toney?
Ivan Toney, yet another smokescreen. It was an interesting story. I found it was curious that it was only Kaveh Solihull from Sky Sports that came out with it. I
Mm,
looked and I didn't see any of the big transfer social media transfer gurus um
reporting on it.
comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that's when I started getting suspicious. And you see, once you start getting things like that coming out,
Mm,
I believe it's an indicator of what's going on in the background. I think a lot is happening with Osimhen. I know, Nigerian fans, some of them are getting anxious. Some of them, I was listening to some to a space
mm,
where some of them were getting, a bit almost offended. Uh, that Osimhen's a great player. Why won't we pay him what he wants and all that sort of thing? But it's not quite like that. I think everybody knows he's a great player, but we don't want to be hoodwinked or pushed far out of our our transfer. I mean, our wage bracket, our wage policy right now.
mm,
So we'll wait and see. I mean, Fabrizio did say the last 72 to 48 hours
mm.
would be telling with that deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. Things could change, but I just feel that is the deal that's on the card, and that is the deal that all these other things going on around is trying to submerge.
Mm, yeah. That makes sense. Mr. Convenience. You wanted to say something? Say hi.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good evening from
Yes.
here.
All right. Good evening to
Good
you.
evening, Mr. Convenience.
Uh, Thank you so much. I heard the news up there.
Mm.
Everyone talking about Tony, but I think he's heading to Saudi. And
Ivan
I'm
Toney
sorry
is
to say,
heading to Saudi.
yeah,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I'm sorry to say I wouldn't take Tony. Left to
Okay.
be me, I wouldn't take Tony Osimhen all the way every day of the week.
Mm.
So that's for me. That's for me. And again, for those saying on our last chat, I heard many of us saying Maresca out, Maresca out. So after the second half of the other game, are we still saying the same?
Well, it's football. It's about the moment. Yeah, I don't blame people who have their opinion respectfully without insulting anybody. Getting to people, calling them names, attacking their families is what I don't like. But in the
Yeah.
moment, in the heat of the moment when you are losing games or you're losing 5-0 against Arsenal, I don't expect anybody at the Emirates Stadium to be kind and applaud to Mauricio Pochettino, for example. So I don't think that I have the authority to just impose people how they should feel or how they should support Chelsea, as long as you keep it respectful. Like, for real, we were poor, very, very poor average, below even average. We were lucky in the first half, but second half, what I like about Maresca is like he's not that stubborn of okay, my way or highway. I'm gonna continue to do the same thing until it start working. For him, you can see that he understand if it's not working, he is gonna make a change immediately and not wait for 10 more games. And
Yeah,
he did
I
it.
said this thing the other day. I said this man is adaptive. He can change. He can switch. But I think many of us here there then said no to me. This man is stubborn. I said no, he's not stubborn. Look at him, he's trying to learn. And you people know that we played City, the best in the league, best in the world. We played City, just City. We are learning and we played City first game. We lose just 2-0, 2-0, and everybody was against the whole team. Like we just have to give them time. They are all
Yeah.
humans like us.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I
so
have can I have
yes.
something just very quickly? I have a bit of trivia for Bobby. So, Bobby, did you know that Ivan Toney, this is just trivia, his full name is Ivan Benjamin Elijah Toney. And if you put that together, it says, I bet.
Okay.
This is people just try to hammer him because of the betting issue that he had. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I see.
bet.
I see what you're trying to do here. I see what you're trying to do. Leave him alone, man. He made a mistake. He paid for it. Let him live. Go get
No,
his
no,
bag in Saudi.
but hang on. Now, while we're on that case, do you really want that in the dressing room? If you've got a history of gambling and what have you, you come in there, people now become suspicious of you. Do they trust you? Your teammates trust
Listen,
you?
my brother. If everybody, you and me, if they show on TV what we do privately, we were going to be criticized as
No, but
much as
no. This
those
is not
people,
private. This
right?
is a team. This is about the team.
So
This is you betting
why is
against your
his
own
game
team.
he didn't bet against them. He was betting against for them to win so he can score. It was also a way to motivate him to go and score. But it's not legal in football. You can probably do in other sport, but he did something bad. So let's not pretend that we are all perfect here. That's what I'm trying to say. Give him a break. What's wrong with you, People's Republic?
But I just think this is just bad. This is just bad karma. The bad you already have this business with Enzo. Now you want to bring something else in more in the dressing room. It doesn't take very much for to upset a balance, the what you call the harmony you have in a dressing room. If somebody's angry that he's not in the team because of the new guys come in there, you think, but this guy, he's a mafia betting whatever or whatever reason. No, people find excuses. And my point is that you're bringing in something in there which which could not now, but sooner, further along the line when things aren't so rosy, when we know when Chelsea maybe is misfiring, whatever. That's when these things start surfacing. But okay,
Wait,
I'll take.
wait, wait. Am I missing something here? Is this deal imminent?
I don't know, Mr.
Which
Oak
one?
said it was.
Which
Ivan
one?
Toney.
I didn't say it was imminent. It was like he was linked, but there are so many things that need to be taken into consideration. The guy is not coming to Chelsea. Let's make it that way. He's been offered
Exactly.
400K a week in Saudi. What are you gonna do at Chelsea? You are 28 years old.
Exactly.
Grab the bag, bro. Take the bag, go buy your island, buy your private jet, go live in peace. He's not coming to Chelsea. I was just reporting what is happening from Sky Sport and other sources. We're gonna come back to you, Mr. People's Republic. Let's go to Skylar because there is a transfer involving Raheem Sterling and Jadon Sancho. What is your feeling about Raheem Sterling potential moving to Old Trafford?
Yeah, I think I said this on the comments yesterday. Like, I'll stop supporting United if Sterling comes to you. If you ever wears a United shirt, I mean,
I
apart
think
from his high,
he's a United fan, though.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
some
don't
some
care. No,
video
no, no,
some
no.
video
Yeah,
came
he can
out
be
when he said that.
he
Yeah,
can be a United fan from his
yeah.
childhood days, but we don't have any proof. At least
And
with Cole
Sancho is
Palmer,
a
we have seen
Chelsea
him wearing
fan.
that shirt.
Yeah,
You know, Cole
He's
Palmer
a
is a
United
United fan.
fan, and Sancho is a Chelsea fan. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
Sancho is a
Let's
Chelsea fan, but
switch. Yeah.
yeah, but thing is that Sterling has played for Liverpool and Man City, and that does not wash for me. I think any guy who wears a Liverpool shirt,
Michael
I don't.
Owen played for Liverpool and you guys.
Yeah, but
So
he was there for literally like one season, and he scored that winner against City. So at least he has redeemed himself. But Sterling, one, he's on high wages. Two, he's just another Rashford and like Sancho. Why we don't want Mason Mount 2.0? We don't want to become Chelsea's dustbin. That's one thing I want to avoid. And as I mentioned, like no Liverpool ex-player can be wearing United shirt. And that's like sacrilege to us. So it's a very deep-hated rivalry. And we did it with Paul Ince once, and he still gets heat whenever he's at Old Trafford. So I don't want, it's very difficult for me personally. Plus, again, he's not a good player, Sterling. He's done at the top level. I don't think any top four clubs wants him. I mean, you literally are trying to get rid of him. Your manager doesn't fancy him, and we are neck to neck in that top four race. So why are we taking? We are giving you a better player, 5 years younger. Sterling
yeah,
is like 30. Sancho is 24,
yeah.
and has more potential, and he will actually do well in that Murasca system. And Sterling, he has lost his pace, and he's just an
Just
older version of Rashford. So it
collecting his
doesn't benefit
paycheck.
us. Also, under Ineos, we are not doing these kinds of deals anymore. Our oldest player, which we bought in this transfer window, was Mazraoui. He's 26. So we have stopped signing those kind of profile of players who are on the last contract. So I think, I mean, I saw that on-scene thing. He says that United will let Sancho leave, but they want a player coming this way. And it certainly won't be Sterling, and it certainly won't be Chilwell. I can assure you that.
So what player do you think you could tolerate from Chelsea at the moment?
I mean, I would have taken Chalobah, but for that, Lindelof had to leave, and Lindelof is not leaving because I actually like Chalobah. I don't know why. I mean, I know you're selling him because of PSR, but I think he's better than Badiashile and Disasi.
Disasi, yeah.
He can cover multiple positions as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I would have taken him. I mean, there is this thought of Chukwuemeka as well, but I don't know. I haven't seen him play that much. I'm not convinced. And any other player, Chelsea won't let go on the other side. So again, I don't
I
see
think
this deal.
Chukwuemeka is another guy that many people don't know him because he hasn't really played a lot of games, but very promising young man. And I don't know, you can take some of our academy product.
Yeah, that's the thing. Thing is that this deal doesn't benefit United in any sorts of way. I know you want to get rid of Sterling because of the wages, and we want to get
You
rid
can
of
get
Sancho.
Kepa. Kepa can do better than Onana. Kepa
He's gone
is,
to Bournemouth, isn't he? He's gone to
yeah,
Bournemouth.
he's going to Bournemouth. I wanted just to, I'm bunt.
Yeah,
It's just a
so
little bit of
that's the
banter
thing.
here.
There is no there is no benefit for us. So I don't know why we are exploring this kind of possibility. I don't know. Maybe we are just fed up with Sancho. And although Sancho is a decent player and he might do well at Chelsea, he comes with his own baggage. I don't know. And so far what I've seen of your manager, that guy is a disciplinarian. He
Yeah.
won't tolerate any BS.
Yeah.
I've watched both of his press conference. The one in which he called out Sterling, the one which he called out Mudryk,
And
even yesterday's
Madueke also, he went on
post-match.
him. And he said,
So
he's not going to play anybody if you're not working very hard. Yes.
Also, if maybe there could be a possibility of Sancho swapping with Mudryk, I don't know. That could be probably something we could look for.
Mudryk might explode, might just do good at United. Why not?
I'm seeing all these attackers you have. I mean, do you guys feel like Sancho can I don't know, he's an option, but do you think he will definitely I mean, against Wolves you saw Neto came on and Felix came on. Those guys can easily make a claim for starting 11,
Yeah.
But Sancho, he's a very different profile. He's not someone who runs like Nkunku. He's not someone who puts in crosses like Neto. He's very much like a number 10/winger,
Yeah.
So I don't know, are you guys interested in that kind of profile? Because
but he's a troublemaker.
Yeah, I mean, that's also. Yeah,
we don't want him. He's a troublemaker. We don't want him.
Yeah. See, that's.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if that is true though, because
he has problem with Ten Hag. He's not really
Ten Hag, not necessarily everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's actually liked very well by the players.
Yeah, players likes him. He's a very good character around people, but probably not disciplined enough because coming late in training, stuff like that. The guy came even late for his medical when he moved to Dortmund. He's always late.
Also, if he moves to London, he's a London boy also, so you can expect some more delays.
Some more delays. The traffic, he's gonna say the traffic in London was bad. Yeah. All right. So,
but Mr. Oaks, so if I ask you, because I don't know very much about this Maresca, is he like a hardliner, one of those disciplinarians? He must be there on time, on the dot, on the minute, or is he like a more like your father type, or what kind of manager is he? Because he talks about accuracy and he talks about discipline and whatever. How would you describe him? Because I know nothing about him.
Okay, I'll come back to that after this. Let me just say that Fabrizio Romano just confirmed Joao Cancelo to Al Hilal. I can't really pronounce Al Hilal.
Al Hilal.
Yeah, the Neymar's team. So here we go. 3-year contract, 15 million salary. And he's going there very young, really. This guy was on top of the world a few years ago, but also people talk about his discipline is not that good. But
they have offered him 45 million in 3 years. So
oh yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that is a lot of money. So let me say hi to Olamide, and we're gonna go back and talk about what kind of manager Enzo Maresca is. Probably Bobby, who lives in London, can tell us a little bit more. But Olamide, are you there?
Yeah, brother. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, good night, good morning, good whatever time it is. It's always complicated around the world, bro. All right. So what you saying today?
Today it's kind of mixed feelings.
Okay.
Just that the rumor that I've been hearing about this Sancho-Sterling is what is bothering me, because to me in this Chelsea team that we are having now, I don't think Sancho is needed. If Manchester United, they want Sterling, which I've been praying for his exit since last season, I think we should just let them have him. So Sterling should just go. We don't need any player from Manchester United at the moment. What we need right now, I think, let me say, is Victor Osimhen. Not even a striker. We need Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen for Chelsea right now, I think, to come for the whatever trophy is on our way right now. So I think what we need now is Osimhen. And if we can try and try with Chaloba to also assist the defense, I don't want Enzo Maresca to say, okay, this boy is not good for me. Then I think he should try for some times and see what Chaloba can. Chaloba is a kind of defender who can adapt to any system, which I think he will. So I think he should try Chaloba, and if we can get Osimhen as well, I think for the league we are ready to compete with anybody.
Okay, so if
But for
Osimhen comes, people,
Sancho is
you
no
are
no for me.
warned. You are warned. We are going to destroy the league. Bobby, do you know if
Exactly.
Maresca is kind of a father figure, or he's like no discipline, like military, or you think he's a little bit of mix, a little bit here and a little bit here, and like find the balance? What kind of a coach he is?
I would say right now,
Mm.
from what I know, and I won't pretend to be an expert on Maresca,
Mm-hmm.
but what I know, he seems to be a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think from what we've seen, he's a very honest man.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't mess around. You know, he will tell you if he wants you and if he doesn't want you. And
Mm.
he, to me, looks like a manager that's very keen on details. You know, you'll see him coming up close and personal with Modric, giving him instructions. He's very hands on, and the players tell you that he's hands on. He's also honest, and he's a typical Italian. So I've come to understand in that if you're not in his group,
Mm-hmm.
if you're outside, you're outside. But once you're in that inner circle, um, you're part of the group. You're really he'll really fight for you, and you really become tight knit. It's early days. We've still got the distraction of the transfer window, but I think he will build a very tight, um, well organized team. The advantage he has is that these guys are going to grow up together.
Mm.
When you grow up with someone, you have so much more bonding experience than when you just come
Yeah.
and you get together. So this Chelsea team, let me send out a warning to all of you, haters and everybody alike.
Mm-hmm.
When this Chelsea team find their feet, my God, you were scared of Man City? You better be afraid. Be very, very afraid. This team will dominate for years because they're young. They have
Mm.
long contracts. The issue now is to integrate them. And I kind of, although I think the guy that was it, I've forgotten who was talking about Ivan Toney. I think he was kind of jumping the gun. Though I appreciate what he was saying, I just felt it was not necessary because the issue hasn't arisen. I think the more I think about it, the more I think the whole Ivan Toney thing is a Osimhen smokescreen. I think a lot of focus is on Osimhen. I'll
Mm.
repeat, I don't think we're going for Jadon Sancho. That's another deceptive line. We might have tried to see if Man United want Sterling. Maybe Arsenal. They're having some issues with what's the name of that guy that scored for them?
Trossard.
Trossard. They might think, okay, that Sterling for a couple of years is a better deal. I don't know. It's only Chelsea that the media choose to demonize when it comes to swapping players, such that now they want to come out with another rule to stop teams from leaving a load of players out of their squad. I mean, how ridiculous can you get? Chelsea Football Club was purchased just over 2 years ago. They're trying to reorganize themselves. They made some mistakes. They're trying to rectify it. Of course, the media, chair led by Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville, come out with their horse dung to make it look like Chelsea are just maltreating players. That is such absolute BS. None of them are being maltreated. They're being very honestly dealt with. And the only person, Chalobah, I have this feeling that Chalobah will stay. He is the best centre back we have. I think this pure profit is the only reason um, he's on sale, and that's why I'm sort of hoping that Desasi goes, because he's also a leader. He's a very effective leader, but I feel sorry for him. I hope he's not too embittered by the fact that he was, for the second season, the one that was sacrificed, as it were. But I think if they keep him, they might do something for him, like compensate him or increase his wages a bit or something like that, just to tell him sorry. But
Now, can I have a follow-up question for this, Bobby?
yeah,
So
go,
the two
go.
parts. So the one you said you are describing Maresca, you make it sound like it's like the mafia, the Comoro, but that is just a way. If you're in the circle, you're in the circle. But my
That's
second
right.
question, the second question, now it sort of concerns Mudryk. Now everybody can see that Mudryk maybe is not up to par, but is Maresca and sort of like made it a personal thing that he's going to take him under his wing to improve him, work with him, and nurture him like Jose did with Luke Shaw? Or is
Hmm.
it because the board has said, you know what, we spent so much money on Mudryk, you better make it work? What is going on there?
I, I think it's a bit of both. I don't think the board is threatening him. But I think the board is telling him to understand, hey, look, we saw potential in this guy. We spent a lot of money on this guy, and he needs attention, quite clearly. Sometimes it takes some people a bit longer to get it. Noni is younger than him. People don't tend to see that. Noni Madueke is younger than him, and he's far more improved. I even think, you got the likes of Carney, who they're looking to sell, another player that's younger than him and is better. However, that doesn't take away the fact that there's something there. It's just a matter of whoever can tease it out. And I'm sure a coach like Maresca, who I believe takes pride in his craft, is probably challenged by Modric, and will do his best to see if he can make it work. And it can work. Modric is a player that has lightning pace, but for some reason at this point in time, his football IQ is wanting. So I'm quite sure that Maresca will feel very proud of himself as a young coach to be the one to get Modric up to speed. So let's see what happens this season.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Let's go. Who hasn't spoken for a while? Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Convenience.
yeah. I just
What's
he
good?
spoke my mind. He spoke just everything. He wasn't biased. Just said the thing as it should be. You know. Yeah, impressed very well with everything. But for Sancho and Sterling, I just think Chelsea want have someone they want to get rid of, and also Manchester United have someone they want to get rid of, just to make them have a new home and see if they can adapt and focus on their business. You know. But if they tell you the only way Sterling can go out of Chelsea is by having Sancho, won't you?
We can't hear you. You have some issues. I don't know if
Oh,
me
so,
or you.
Oh, sorry. I said if anyone said the only way Sterling can get off Chelsea is through Sancho, uh, do we agree with that on taking Sancho?
If Chelsea want to go for him, the problem is like, first of all, not me, not
Yeah,
anybody is gonna make the decision at the end of the day.
yeah.
And Maresca knows what he's trying to do, which the Swiss Army knife thing that everybody is versatile, can do pretty much everything. So he's trying to create a team that nobody wanna play against because you don't know what to expect. You don't know what he's gonna do. You don't know who's coming off the bench. Look at the other day, Joao Felix on, Pedro Neto on, the game completely different. So I am just going to trust it because there is nothing I can say now to change the situation, right? So if
Yeah.
he
And
thinks that Sancho is the guy, and then it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna
and
find positive things to say about Sancho. As always, like even if I don't like a player, but when you sign for Chelsea, immediately I have to find something good to say about you because I'm gonna be with you here stuck for like 7 years. So I don't wanna just jump and start heading now. Let's give him a chance.
Yeah,
yeah.
brothers. You see, as for me about this Sancho issue,
Mm,
to me, it's a no.
okay.
The reason is that you see, about Sterling issue,
Mm,
we are trying to deal with the issue of Sterling. Like everybody know that okay, this man said he don't want it, and he know his dressing room right now.
mm.
You know, making your dressing room too crowded is also another problem for a team.
But
You
he's
know,
the one
if
who is asking for this because if you bring somebody that he doesn't like, he said it clearly. I'm not gonna play you just because you cost a lot of money or you have 7 year contract. It's not my problem. So I see it as Maresca saying, yes, bring this guy. Maresca has something
yeah,
to say
me,
about Sancho.
I understand that. I understand that. Though. You know, with in that position of Sancho, we have a lot of player over there. So okay, if Joao Felix is there, Kopama is there, Pedro Neto is there, Christopher Nkuku is there, Mikhailo Modric himself is there. So like, won't this create problem within the players? Like, okay, me, I've been sitting down for long, I'm not playing. Like, it can create a chaos in their dressing room. So that is what me I'm trying to avoid. So if we are to let Sterling go, we should rather make a way for him to go and not let Sancho come, because Sancho is
Yeah,
another problem on his own.
I
So,
respect
but
your
if
opinion.
Sterling if,
Mm-hmm.
if Sterling is not going, and maybe whether he will be on the bench or he will be with the what is it called, with the reserve team or the academic team till we get a team,
Mm.
whatever they want to do with. I think swapping deal to get Sancho for Sterling, I don't think it does. To me, it doesn't make sense. I
Okay.
think if Sterling will go, Sterling should rather go. We shouldn't bother bringing in
Yeah,
order to
I
make
respect
Sterling
your
go. This
opinion.
shouldn't be
Let
what will make Sterling go. If Sterling will go, Sterling should go. If he's not going, then it should be.
All right.
Mr.
So,
Official
no,
Oleminde,
sorry.
where,
So,
Yeah.
Mr.
where
People's
is?
Republic, Aziz been waiting like for
Oh,
50
sorry,
minutes.
sorry.
You know that he's gonna come here and like punch everybody, right?
But
So
as
Aziz,
as they should tell us where is Sancho's first position? Where does he play the team?
To be honest, yeah, why are we still talking about Sancho? Is Sancho our problem? That's the first question. Do we
That's
really
the
need
thing.
Sancho? Secondly,
Exactly my point.
Maresca that is complaining that, oh, Madueke is lazy. Modric doesn't have ball sense. He's lazy. So, and Ten Hag always complain he's lazy. So you are bringing another lazy man to Chelsea. You see what I'm saying?
how do you know that he's
Sancho,
lazy? I mean,
And his kind of
I
laziness
have
is not
Manchester
like
United fans that I have Manchester
his
United
kind of
fans that are
laziness
family.
is not the prime
Even
of
the coach
it's not like the prime
criticized
of
him
the
last
Lazard.
season. Reason why I'm not using you is because you've been lazy at at training. And you have someone like Maresca that is going to criticize you openly. He doesn't hide it. You want to bring someone like Sancho that is going to destabilize the team again?
Exactly.
Because one, Sancho is just another Mikhailo Modric with skills. There's nothing else. He's not really a goal threat. And you now want to pay another 300,000 for Sancho? I'd rather keep Raheem Sterling for that.
Whoa.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
Exactly.
Sterling still has more output than Sancho.
No.
Because Sancho is the kind of player is that from all the Manchester United fans I've been asking, they've been telling me the same thing. Sancho is the kind of player that if the tough get going, it breaks out. When you need your big players to respond, he's always hiding. So you want to bring him to a Chelsea whereby there's always the fans demands you to always perform 24/7.
I think he had a problem with Ten Hag because the first time in Germany and the second time in Germany, it was very
Excuse
good.
me, I'll tell you something. He goes to Germany. I'll tell you something. There's difference between playing for a big club with ambition and just playing for a club that is what it is. If we win the cup, we win the cup. He went to Germany. He went to Dortmund. Dortmund don't have anything to play for. They just go to the competition for, okay, we're in there. If we win, we win. If we don't win, that's it. But it seems like
And players don't flop at Dortmund.
Huh?
Players don't flop at Dortmund.
Yeah, they don't flop
Dortmund,
at Pulisic.
they always play, whether you like it or not.
The
Players
Pulisic
never
flop
flop
at
at
Dortmund.
Dortmund. They play. Aubameyang or whoever they produce from Dortmund, they always play great. See them in another team, what are they doing?
Yeah,
Only few of them.
Now the competition is high.
Only few of them.
The competition is high. The mentality has changed. Most of them don't have the dog like Haaland. You see where I'm coming from? Or Bellingham. Now there's competition.
I think
If
you've
you
been
take
a
them to
little
another
harsh.
place, they flop.
Nah,
You've been a little harsh on Sancho, I think.
Sancho in a English team.
In the English team, yeah, he had some. He scored against
Very
you at
good.
Stamford Bridge. He scored against us and destroyed us. Remember when he was playing? And then when Ten Hag brought
one good game in 5 years.
Huh?
No.
One good game in 4 years.
No, it's not that. There were a lot of politics. Somebody please mute when you're not speaking because we can hear echoes. So Sancho had a problem with the coach. The coach decided to go for Anthony, who play almost the same position as Sancho, and he's biased. He tried to play somebody who does deserve there and giving excuses to Sancho and lying about him. So I don't think really it's all about Sancho. It's about Ten Hag, in my opinion, and not me here, like campaigning and the propaganda for Sancho, because I said it, like we have a lot of people with the same profile already in the team, but I'm gonna keep an open mind. It's the manager because everybody been saying this guy is a yes man. He came to Chelsea because he wanna press the owners, but we saw what he said, like, hey, you can bring 1,000 people. If I don't wanna play you, you're not gonna play. I'm going to make my decision. I don't want you out. So the owners know, and that tells me that if Sancho is coming to Chelsea, it's because the manager knows how to use him. He already have a vision about how he's building this team. So that is just telling you that he's not that yes man, and also he's getting what he wants, not only being imposed a bunch of 15 years old from Soweto. He can also make his decision and bring his own players. He said he likes Joao Felix. He's been watching him for years. Pedro Neto, also he said something about it before he comes. So that shows us that the narrative on social media might be not true. People making stories.
But if he comes, then I have to feel sorry for Madueke, because then that's a direct competition for him. And he's a young guy, and you don't need the pressure of a big superstar coming there you must fight position with him. So that his confidence will go straight through. And so that could be, yes, there's always, a big team like Chelsea, you should have obviously competition for positions. But, when a guy like Madueke is very fragile at the moment, and he's on his way up, and you don't need to put this kind of pressure on him by bringing
Pedro Neto also plays his natural position in from Madueke's position, but he can also switch to the other position or play for the middle. That's what happened the last game. So not necessary, Noni is somebody that you bring him a competition, he's gonna, take his game to the next level. Look, a few days ago he was almost out of the door. Today, nobody wanna let him go because you can see what he's capable of doing.
But he
So
took his chances in the preseason. The preseason was good for him. This is where he you know what he said. Let me make this position my own, and he excelled there. Others got cut, released, put into practice squad or whatever. I don't know because they didn't perform in the preseason. Him, he gave it all, and here he is. He came out smelling of roses, while others, unfortunately, they are now looking to be offloaded to places unknown. And so this is pre-season. People sometimes think, it's only pre-season. Not really. It's just it's just for fun. No, pre-season. You're there. You go and make your bread and butter, and you better perform. Especially something like Chelsea with 55 players or whatever in the squad. There, the only chance you have to what do you call that? To if there's a big crowd, the only chance to be seen in a big crowd, it's your opportunity there. So obviously he's grabbed it by the bullhorn, and here he is, and he's now become a star already. He's just 2 games in or 3 games into the season, and he's already the star. And with Cole Palmer, has gone a little bit into the shadows, which is good for him because there's not so much pressure on him. And Jackson, the unsung hero, the one who everybody likes to bash, just like they like to bash Mr. Oakes. But Jackson does all the dirty work, draws all the defenders, makes space for Cole Palmer and our friend on the right wing there. So it's a team, and I'm very excited what I can see here. But as Skylar said, let us play somebody with a little bit of vitamins, a little bit of starch, and see how we perform against the Arsenals, the Tottenhams, and the Cities, and the Uniteds, and what have you. So if we can keep up this level, then okay, then there's something brewing big time.
Yep. All right. Yeah, go on.
Do you know that these small little teams, they are more important to win because we have just big 6. Let me assume you win just 1 in the big 6 and drew others and win all your little games. Apparently, you are winning the league. You are winning the league. So anybody that say it's just what is it called, Wolves? We played mighty Man City. Nobody said it's because mighty Man City. Everybody was against us. I've believed in Chelsea ever since these owners came. It's not a day job. We can't just wake up and make Chelsea again. Even with Abramovich, this team is dying. Gradually, it was dying. But nobody knew it was dying. We have old people who couldn't. We won we all know how we won the Champions League 2020. The team wasn't stable anymore. But now these owners came. Yeah, they made mistakes. They are trying to correct every mistake, all the errors they made, but we all bashing at them. I believe we are going further, not just this year. In years to come, next year, next 2 years, we will see what this team is made of. Look at you see the goalkeeper they signed. But people which are outside there will see Chelsea are just signing everybody. No, they are trying to make something work. And when it works, when it clicks, people will see it. I promise.
Yeah, so that just going back to what I said at the beginning, like it's impossible to tell people exactly how to feel for people who've been spoiled for 20 years under Abramovich. Every single season or the every other season, you have a trophy, big trophy, and we are used to chaos and sucking and bringing players who are ready to kill now and not tomorrow project. So it will take time to adjust their way of seeing a football club. So, and it's difficult to tell people all of a sudden, like, okay, you are used to a certain lifestyle and immediately you change to another lifestyle. So I understand the reactions, but for me, I don't have any problem with people reacting. as long as you keep it like respectful and not make all kind of theories and make like a career out of negativity and insult and all that. But the real concern are there. Yes, we are buying, but we are Chelsea, a big club. If we can mix up young players with experience and a little bit of end product when we are building and going slowly and surely, that is acceptable. But when you come and change everything, the entire team that won the UCL Champions League, all of them gone, all the medical team gone, all the groundsmen gone, tea ladies, everybody, physio. It's just so confusing. So I don't really blame people for voicing their opinions, and I have my concerns, but I also have hope that when this project start working, it's gonna be amazing. Anyways, let's go. Olamide, are you still there? No.
Yeah, brother.
Is
I'm cool. I'm cool. I think what I'm just hoping for now is a striker, Osimhen. Like my brother John Mikel said. He said, "What Chelsea need is Osimhen. What we need is a goal puncher. For this team, to my own knowledge, we need that player who can do our finishings for us. I think if we have Osimhen, I think we can do the job. We can do the job. And according to what Enzo Maresca is trying to do, the missing piece is Osimhen. So me, I'm campaigning for Osimhen right now, please. Oaks, I believe Todd Bowley do listen to you. Please help me talk to him.
okay.
Let him go and get Osimhen. Let him go and get Osimhen. Then we are good to go. You see that I told you at the end of the season.
Yeah,
And
well,
this conference league that Chelsea are winning, if Chelsea are playing, if we can try to win it, will be the first European trophy to win every trophy to exist on this in Europe. We'll be the first team. We won Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, whatever, and the Conference League, Europa Cup, which Arsenal they never even have a taste of it. So I will be proud to win this season and to qualify for Champions League next season. Even probably winning the league as well. Because if we have this guy, I believe we can make all this dream come true.
yeah, Osimhen for me is a good player, but I just don't buy into the hype. I think he's a good
Thank you.
player.
Thank you.
A good player
Thank
in
you.
a certain level that been poor for the last 3 years for many reasons, of course, including injuries and stuff. But it is what it is. Like I said, I don't make decisions. The end of the day, you can give your opinion, but if he comes to Chelsea, you accept him and start supporting him. I don't believe he's the guy. He's Jesus that will just free us from everything and we'll be fine. We've seen.
This movie, we saw this movie before, this same Chelsea movie.
Yeah.
Lukaku, yes, with the missing piece, the missing link. Lukaku just buy him, and then and the same again with this Osimhen. I'm sick and tired of hearing this Osimhen. I hope he doesn't come because because of the wage structure and what have you. But I know people, my fellow Africans, they want him to come because he's from Africa and all that. But I don't believe into this. I don't buy into this Osimhen hype. Better Boniface, much better.
Brothers, you see, to me, it's not about I'm a Nigerian,
But you live in Ghana.
Boniface is a Nigerian. I live in Ghana, yeah. So the thing is, to me, it asked me to choose whether Osimhen or Boniface.
You are breaking. Your
If we are to
network
talk
is
of
gone.
the two of them there.
Your network is betraying
Okay.
you. You see?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
So if I'm to choose, I will choose Osimhen. The reason is that the physicality and in Premier League you need someone who is physical and who is very strong. So which Osimhen have all this quality. It might not be technically good, but
He's gonna
injury
score you goals.
Osimhen is going to score the goals which you need for you. So
I
and
think
he's a
you
kind
have to
of player.
disconnect yourself and come back. You have to disconnect yourself and come back
No
because
problem.
we can't hear you. It's just like breaking and breaking and breaking, on and off, on and off, on and off.
All right.
But Mr. Oaks,
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
no problem.
Disconnect and come back.
he
go.
was saying something I found very interesting, comparing Osimhen and Boniface. And he said something which surprised me. He said, Boniface doesn't have physicality. What?
Me? I say that? Me?
No, not him. The last guest. Yeah, I like him. The last guy.
Yeah, Olamide.
Olamide. But Boniface, that muscle guy, that strong guy,
Yeah,
he's nothing.
he's even taller than Osimhen. Yeah.
He's stronger.
Well,
He's much
it's
stronger.
all about likes and dislikes. You know, Osimhen already made his name already there. You know, African Player of the Year. Let's call it Ballon d'Or from Africa. Won the Scudetto since Maradona's days. He's the first person. So he got some kind of myth behind him. The myth, the legend. So the name is big, you know. It's about the big names. So people at Chelsea, we love big names. And he's not a bad player. I'm just not sure about the hype. Like the hype is just too much. I've watched him in big games in Serie A. I've watched him in big games in the Premier League. I watched him in big games in African Cup of Nations. He always let me down. But
He
against
disappears.
Huh?
He disappears.
Yeah. But we know Drogba, and people stop. You have to stop comparing people, man. Don't disrespect Didier Drogba like that. Drogba is somebody. You're going to Wembley, you know something is gonna happen. You already won the game before even kicking the ball because Drogba is there. He's gonna do his thing in final. Probably he's gonna go night to Ivory Coast to get the juju from the village. In big games, Wembley, that's Drogba right there. But you telling me you're gonna win against Nottingham Forest or Sheffield Wednesday? That is not enough. We're waiting for you to be decisive against Manchester City, right? Against Arsenal, Real Madrid, bam, 1-0. That's it. But I value the guy. I respect him, but the hype, no, I'm not gonna hype him. He comes here. If he comes the day we sign him, all of a sudden my language changes. You will see me. Yeah, I will change my language. You know, I will be here. I will be here. Haaland who? Haaland who? He's better than Haaland. Because that's what I do with my boys. When you sign, I praise you. But right now, I'm still 50-50. But
Yeah,
yes.
brothers.
Yes,
Man.
sir.
Okay,
Aziz.
let's say we don't get Osimhen. Let's say we don't get Osimhen.
Yes.
Which other good striker is out there?
Jackson.
Huh?
Jackson. We have Jackson. We already have Jackson.
I think this season, my brother, this season,
I don't know what Jackson has given you. Is it this young Jackson that can't score one-on-one?
people are gonna miss
No.
you.
Let's wait.
17
People always
goals.
say, "Oh, Jackson scored
17 goals last season. 17 goals.
Let me come back.
Yeah,
Let me
brothers.
finish. Jackson played almost 34 games or 30-something games last season. He was not injured. So he scored 14 goals and missed that many chances.
17 altogether.
So in every 8 games, or is it in every 8 chances, he scored 1 goal. Is that what I need for a striker?
Haaland was the same.
22
Haaland
years
was the
old.
same. How many chances did Haaland miss?
If Alan miss one chance, he converts it back. With Nicolas Jackson, he will never do that. Let's be frank. Don't let us play this, because he scored 14 goals. Okay, look at the game against Man City. Let me use Mikel's analogy. This guy doesn't know he doesn't have the mentality of a killer striker. When to track back. I'm in an offside position. Let me shadow the defender. He doesn't have that. One-on-one, he doesn't have that. In big games, where you can say, okay, I need my striker to deliver for me. If Kopama and any of these guys don't deliver, are we going to rely on Jackson?
Jackson he's not a one-man team. Jackson's part of the team.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Jackson is part of the
What are you
team.
talking about? Okay. Let me finish you. I'm not even going to use Drogba, for example. Solomon Kalou, even though he was a bit player, is better than Jackson.
How?
Yeah.
No, let's go back to there are some games that Drogba and Elka didn't play. Solomon Kalou was leading the line and he was delivering for us. What can you say about Jackson?
That is another time.
No. If that's the case, that other time was harder than this time. You know that.
And if you give me 15 seconds, I can explain.
Okay.
So what I say here is, that was another time. You, the guy here that would tell us he was a code of player. You coming to a team just like Aziz, mute yourself. We can hear a lot of echoes. All right. So when you wanna speak, you can unmute yourself. All right. Now, everybody here understand that we had a code of players already. Obi Mikel said it. He's coming. He found people that he used to watch already on TV, established, strong, world class everywhere. So even if a young player need to integrate that team, you already have a very well-oiled machine. So now Jackson is playing with other kids that have zero experience in a very bad team. So you can't really compare because Kalou delivered when he used to play with you Lampard, and you have somebody like Terry is yelling at you at the back, and you go in the midfield and you find number 10, you have like Joe Cole yelling at you. Everybody is world class, and Jackson need to deal with a freaking Mudryk he's waiting for ball, and Mudryk don't know what to do with the ball. So that is a completely different kind of dynamic here to compare.
Okay, can I come in? Can I come in?
Go on.
Can I come in? I was telling you, if Jackson has converted all the goals he missed last season, if he had converted all the offside goals he missed last season and the goals he missed last season, Pochettino will still be here. We'll be in a top 4. Even what's this guy's name? Enzo, we're complaining about. By now, we're having like 6 or 10 true passes to Jackson. You see where I'm coming from? You can't rely on a player like Jackson and you say you're a big team. You can't rely on players like Jackson and you want to compete for the league.
Relying on him.
No. That is what other people here are saying. Jackson is the number one. Nothing is the number one. Even Jackson doesn't even start for Senegal. That's how bad it is. Jackson can't even get a jersey at Senegal.
Okay, so look, we're not relying on one person because last season we saw even Palmer got more goals, and now we have Madueke scoring a hat trick, and then you have Neto who's gonna add to the goal tally, and you have Joao Felix, and you have all those people, KDH and all that. That's why we are trying to create goals from everywhere instead of like relying on one person. So the burden of scoring goals is not gonna be on Jackson. And it shouldn't even be on Osimhen, even if we sign him, because you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be angry. How can you miss this? How many freaking goals Haaland is missing every single game before he score one? Because Manchester
Yeah,
City are a killing
brothers.
machine. They're gonna create even more. That's why he scored 2 goals or 3 goals after missing 10. Everybody, Haaland.
Wait,
But
wait, wait, wait. Mr. Oz, how
Can I
many
just
Manchester City games did
jump
you
in?
watch that Alan is missing 10 goals? No, 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 no. Let's be transparent. How many Manchester City games are we watching that we are complete that we are saying that
Please,
Alan is missing 10 chances? Let's be transparent.
please, can
Andrew,
I come in when we
no,
come to
Yes,
let's
yes,
this?
yes, Tony.
so
Okay. Please, I was proclaiming what is it called? Osimhen. Osimhen might not be Drogba, it might not be that of big teams. What is it called? Big matches man. But when you are talking of a striker who will finish your chances for you, it's Osimhen. All the chances that Jackson missed against Man City, do you think if Victor Osimhen was the one there, do you think he would miss?
we have you on
No.
the record. All right.
All right, can I say something?
Yeah.
Yes, Andrew, let's go.
Yeah. In regards to Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
we all
Yeah.
know he's not the finished product. Yeah. I just want to say
Okay.
to the gentleman, the distinguished gentleman. He's not the finished product yet, but I'm sure a lot of us would agree that there is a lot of potential there. He just needs someone who can help him mold him into the striker that he needs to be. He's got pace, he's got strength, he's got ability. He's worked on his issues that he had previously, like constantly being offside. His decision making was poor. He's now getting into very good positions. Because I mean, that first goal, okay, yeah, sorry, it was a tap in, but you've got to have that knowledge to be in that position. So he's working hard to be that kind of striker that we need him to be. Now, I think that may be an.
Oh, wait. Yes, go. I muted you by mistake, Mr. Andrew. Go on. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So maybe this whether Ivan Toney comes or not, we need someone who can help him, who can assist him, mold him, that he can see and look up, because you remember he's quite young as well. So he can see and look up to and follow in that professional number 9's footsteps.
Yeah.
You know, work on his techniques. But I'll be honest with you, there's something there, and we cannot let that go. That was just the one I just add that. I just want to add that.
Mm-hmm.
Word. Facts. I give you applause. Fantastic statement.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so yeah, and I'm not against Osimhen. I just don't believe in the hype, because when we hype people like this, I've seen everything. I'm old enough to remember everything. When we overhype, the same people will come here and say, we made a mistake, let's go for the next big thing. Like, coming with a lot of pressure to deliver, and he's gonna save us from everything. What if he got injured? Last season he had a lot of injuries in the last 2 years. So we have to create goals from everywhere and rely on everybody instead of this is the guy, this is the missing piece. He's not gonna play 38 games in the Premier League and play every single game in every competition. So we have to rely on Mark Guiu, rely on Jackson, rely on Pedro Neto, Netflix, stuff like that, to deliver. Everybody need to participate. Yeah, Andrew.
Can I say something in regards to that as well? Because that's a very, very valid point. The season before Man City brought in Haaland, they scored more goals than when Haaland came in.
Exactly.
Goals were coming from everywhere. Had no recognized number 9, but they were coming from the wing, from the midfield, from defenders, all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Scored more goals that season than they did when they had the recognized number 9. So this is a method that we need to adopt as well. You know, it shouldn't be just on the striker alone to score goals. It should be always from the wings, from the midfield, from the back line, from the wing backs, from the defenders, even the goalkeeper.
Mm.
Everybody can contribute.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's a very good method that we need to adopt.
that's correct. That's correct. Bobby, do you have anything for us? Any breaking news? Any topic you wanna discuss?
Yeah, I was just listening to Fabrizio.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going over stuff that we know already.
Mm.
Look, I tend to be with you a bit on the Osimhen saga.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not saying I don't want him. I think he will fit into the Chelsea project.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very weary of the pressure that will be on him. I'm very weary of the fact that he's not had a pre-season. We've seen what happens to players. We saw how long it took Caicedo to get going when he first came, when he was in that transfer saga.
Mm.
Didn't have a proper pre-season with Brighton, and he couldn't hit the ground running.
Mm.
You know, there's a lot of pressure on Osimhen. I don't doubt he's a good player, but he has to be part of the team,
Mm-hmm.
and less attention needs to be on him. Jackson is doing well. Jackson is doing extremely well. And what I don't like, or what I hope doesn't happen if we do get Sancho, is that Madueke is discouraged because Madueke has improved exponentially. He's proven himself to be quite an extraordinary and a useful player,
Mm.
and he's a confident guy, little bit childish, but he's a confident guy, and he doesn't need somebody to now take away that swag, that swagger that makes him who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So if Sancho can come in and complement the team, fine. Osimhen, we know, will complement the team, but I'm very keen not to make him out to be that guy,
Yeah.
because I think one, it's unfair on him, and two, it will be disappointing to people when they realize that he's a human being. He needs time. He's never played in the Premier League before. He'll need time to adjust to that.
Mm.
He's never played with this team before. He'll need time to adjust to that. He's had no preseason. He's been involved in a transfer saga. So there's a lot that he needs to unwind, settle in before he starts performing. I don't doubt that he will perform, especially with the kind of players around him. But creating this unnecessary aura
Mm.
and hype around him won't be good for the deal.
Yeah.
Uh,
I agree
so
with you
that's
totally. I agree with you. That's the attitude we should all adopt from this saga. Anyways, People's
But
Republic.
but but but
Yeah.
but if Osimhen comes,
Mm.
we saw what happened when Haaland arrived at City. Pepsi had to change the whole system to fit in the style of, because we know that that guy Haaland, he's nothing more than a crowbar, and so he had to change the whole system. Everything was now a
It's
I
bit
want to
old school.
answer this one.
Hang on. So, but if Osimhen comes to Chelsea now, this system Maresca is building. Will Osimhen be a plug and play, or will Maresca have to change the system to suit Osimhen so that we can get the best out of Osimhen, or will he just what will happen there?
I think the difference, as far as I've seen, excuse me, excuse me, the difference between Osimhen and Haaland,
mm.
in my opinion, I think Osimhen is more mobile than Haaland. I think Osimhen will fit into this team, especially the strikers. He's not somebody that will just be there waiting for crosses, and Haaland can go a whole game and have just two or three touches. Albeit the two or three touches will be goals,
Mm.
but he won't really be involved much. From what I've seen, Osimhen is involved. He is that guy. There's this sort of, I've noticed there's a leadership element to him as well. He will lead, he will cajole.
Mm.
He's that type of player. So I'm not worried about that. And and as has been said earlier, Maresca is not a guy that would give okay to a player if he can't use him.
Yeah.
I think he would have looked at Osimhen. He would have known how to use him. It's not very difficult to know how to use a top striker because let's face it, he is a top striker. He's not, the second coming, but he is a top striker. And in this young, mobile, exciting, especially with the addition of João Felix, Pedro Neto, um, alongside people like your Maduekes, your Palmers, Nkunku, Jackson. This is a very, very, very formidable team. Very
Yeah.
formidable team.
Does
They,
anybody
they've got they've got to stay fit, and you add Osimhen to that, he will be one of them, and he will fit in, but he's got to be given time.
But does anybody know?
Exactly,
Does
when
anybody
it's
know what the
time.
injuries? Sorry to interrupt you. Does anybody know the kind of injuries Osimhen has suffered in recent years?
Ankle
Yeah,
injury, knee injury, some few, few injuries, muscle injuries here and there. So yeah,
No,
hopefully he's
no
gonna be
hamstring.
fine.
No hamstrings.
I'm not sure
no
about
hamstring.
hamstring. I
No,
think
no hamstring. Osimhen never had an hamstring injury.
he eat fufu, so I think he should
Brother,
be fine.
he hit Eba. Have you heard of Eba?
Eba. Okay, no, yet.
Yeah.
That is another one on my list.
All right. All right. Yeah. One thing that I wanted to say is that you see the system will work because we have a lot of players who can score goals. But there are some matches. I want you to know that there are some matches which the system will not like. You just need your target man to do the magic for you, which I know Osimhen will surely. There are some stubborn team in Premier League which you do all the this thing. Okay, you see like all those passes, you see that kind of Fabregas passes to Diego Costa that time, which that will be the only chances that will come out from the what is it called? Can you tell me if it would be uh, what is it called? Nicholas Jackson is at and that is the only chances that need to be utilized. So how are we going to do it? Is he going to miss it the way it used to be? They will say he tries a team player. You see, there are some matches which are, the chance will come and we use it and we get the win. You understand me? So, and there are some matches we
I'm
you
recording
play
you here,
all the
bro. When he
things.
misses the first two chances, I'm coming back to you and hammer you here.
No
I
problem,
will get my
no
gun
problem, no
ready.
problem,
You know, American
no
guns are
problem, no
legal, right?
No,
So
no problem, no problem, no problem.
I'm
I'm not see.
preparing my
I'm
rifle here.
always in for this. I'm always in for this. You
Like
see,
let
I'm
just
not
not
saying
say that every single chance he's gonna score. He's gonna struggle, miss like serious. That is part of this professional life. So people need to take
exactly, but
away.
the thing is, the thing. I'm not saying Osimhen is the second coming of Didi Drogba, but when compared to Nicholas Jackson, and I think it's better
Okay.
because Osimhen don't miss more chances as Nicholas Jackson.
Okay, so let me go to
Imagine
Andrew.
if you see against Manchester City, if Nicholas Jackson were to use those chances that he got at the first half, didn't you think that match would end up maybe we win the game or draw? But with the help of Nicholas Jackson, we end up losing the game.
All right, so
So we need someone who, if chances were created for them and they make use of it when it's needed.
all right, so Mr. Andrew, we haven't
Yeah.
heard much from you. We still have like 10 minutes to go, people, because I have to go out and get some work done. So, we are back again tonight. Remember, we are trying to make a show every night before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning. You will find me live. Yeah, Mr. Andrew, you wanted to say something?
Yes, thank you very much. I'm not hearing anybody say anything about Guy Victor.
Gikorish, yeah. Victor Gikorish, another Victor, yeah.
I'm just looking at his stats at the moment, and I'm seeing here that last season he played 33 matches, scored 29 goals.
Yeah.
So far this season, he's played 3 matches, and he's already got 6 goals in 3 matches. He's taller than Osimhen. I think they're the same age. I believe they're both 26. I think, if I'm not too sure. But why I would like this gentleman as well is why I maybe prefer him, because with the height, he's got more of an aerial threat, and it's not all the time, as a previous one of the previous panelists said, that there'll be games where our style will have to change. Maybe it will be coming down from the ground with tiki-taki football and so on and so forth. Maybe it needs to be coming from the air. And I believe that this man, not only that, but he has some, maybe it's not a lot, but some level of experience in the Premier League. And to me, I just believe that this man could offer a bit more. I know the fee may be high, but the wages, from what I understand, is not a problem. So I just want to put this out to the esteemed panelists and hear what they think in regards to that, gentleman.
Yeah, so that guy actually, like 12 months ago, he was at Coventry, and he was there for 12 million. I think Chelsea were linked with him a little bit, but it didn't really pick that much. And I still remember comment from people back then is like, this is not Chelsea level, this is lack of ambitions. Well, 10 months later, release clause is 100 million euros. If Chelsea don't buy him, it's lack of ambition. 10 months ago, Chelsea didn't. If Chelsea paid 12 million, it was lack of ambition. This season, it cost 100 million. Chelsea goes, it's gonna be if Chelsea don't go, it's gonna be lack of ambition. So you can't win. The point I'm trying to make here is like we Chelsea fans, we refuse any kind of process. We love to eat orange and apple, and we refuse to go and work hard, you know. We hate farmers. You know, it's like, hey, work hard, take us a little bit of process to get here. No, it's lack of ambition. For us, it's only end product count. Now. The end article.
I think us Chelsea fans, sorry to interrupt, us Chelsea fans, we are spoiled rotten. So we want to eat steak, T-bone steak every day. We don't want to eat fufu. We don't want to eat beans. We don't want to eat cabbage. We just want T-bone steak. So we're just so used to being spoiled every season. We want this player, want this player. Look at Liverpool. Look at Liverpool this season. They haven't signed anybody. Look at all the other teams, because of the nature, the way things have changed with the transfer, FFP and what have you. You know, the value of players transferring has dropped drastically. But we Chelsea fans, we are so spoiled. We're so used. We know we just want this. We want this. We want this player. We have 45 players, for goodness sakes. Let's use some of them, get rid of them, and make do with what we have. We can't just keep buying and throwing away. This is.
And what I wanted to add before I forget, I had a very good feeling.
Gentlemen, breaking, just a bit of breaking news.
Yes, sir.
I was listening intently to Fabrizio. I'm sure you've all known this anyway, but he is adamant that Chelsea and Al Attali, I've forgotten how they said it,
Al-Ahly, yeah.
are still the people that are working furiously on Victor Osimhen. Victor is not that keen on Al Attali. I think Victor is waiting for Chelsea. From what, that's just my gut feeling.
Yeah.
Because he would have gone by now. Napoli has agreed. Chelsea, I think, are waiting for Lukaku deal to complete before they drop any money for Osimhen. And I think they would also like, if possible, to clear Sterling off the wage bill. I'm not sure the wages are the issue anymore. I just think Chelsea want to clear the decks for him.
Mm.
Now, the interesting thing here is Ivan Toney, and it seems that if Al Atali get Osimhen, then Chelsea will secure Ivan Toney and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's what we're hearing from Fabrizio as at 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for helping. Who was talking before here?
With
Uh, be-
peoples.
oh, okay. So People's Republic, go straight to the point, my brother.
No,
I
I
have
finished.
to.
I finished talking.
Yes. Oh, you finished,
Oh
Andrew.
yeah.
Would you like to add something? So
Uh,
my yes. Who?
yeah, brothers. I want to say this about we Chelsea fans being spoiled or not. Actually, it's not our fault. I want to call your attention to this. When you look at when you see Chelsea fan with the kind of problem we've been facing for a long, like if you hear whether we are doing good, our name is out there. Whether we are doing bad, we are always out there. That is Chelsea fan for you. It's not like from Chelsea fans. The banter from other teams that even you look at Arsenal, Arsenal, Manchester United. Since when they have been in the mud that they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody seems to talk too much about them. But the
Chelsea are
banters
feeding
that
the
we
world.
Chelsea
Yeah.
fans, yeah, but the banters that Chelsea has been received from those people won't want any Chelsea fans to relax and remain in that position of being bantered by other teams. You understand? Even Arsenal that they always end, they have a match winning glory. They they always banter us that, oh yeah, we are better, this, that, and that. So that is why every Chelsea fans will eager to get it done right now and at the moment. That is my own
Yeah.
side view of it, and it's not our fault. So I think we want our team to be back so that we can have the mouth to also say something when those Arsenal fans, Man U fans, Man City fans are bantering us. Then we can also have a say. We can't keep quiet for them to be just talking to us anyhow they like, because we are champion and we don't want to be loser. So I think that is the reason why Chelsea fans, we don't have that patience. We want it to be done now and not
Okay. So
later.
if you need one player this window, give us your name and you're gonna say goodbye to people. We are back again today. It's every night we are here, and I'm gonna get a lot of heat from Aziz, from People's Republic, from whatever Ice called. They just like they prepare all kind of gun to shoot me here. So if you have time, you come back tonight. Olamide, if you have to choose
Yeah.
one position that we need the most in this transfer window,
Yeah.
who would be your name?
Hi, official Olamide. I'm saying it today that for my Chelsea team today, if I'm to sign only one player and close the transfer window, Victor Osimhen and nobody else.
All
All the
right.
way, Osimhen.
All the way, Osimhen. Thank you so much, Mr. Olamide. Come back next time, my brother. Who else wanna go next?
With peoples.
People's Republic,
Yeah.
go. Empty
So
your pocket.
who am I going to sign this window? So I'm going to sign two players. I'm going to sign a central
You're so
defender.
greedy, man. You're so greedy. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one will be obviously cost money. I don't know who his name is, and then I'm going to re-sign Thiago Silva as a player coach. Like for the defensive coach, so that you come back to not as a player, but to train our defenders how to defend. And those are the only two people I'll sign. I'm not signing any any Osimhen or any Toney or nothing. No, I like the squad we have. So yeah, there.
Okay. That
Hmm?
I respect that, and come back tonight, all right?
Okay,
If you
cheers,
have
man.
time, of course. Yeah, if you
Yep.
have time. Don't kill
Right.
yourself. I know that you work
And by
very
the way,
hard.
you
Yeah.
say we're loading guns to shoot you, but you're like a central defender who scores an own goal. No, how can you come out saying you're the favorite is croissant? You know, this is your own goal.
Okay.
These
Okay.
are own goals you make in football.
Get out of here. Get this guy out of here. Get out of here. All right. Mr. Bobby, thank you so much for helping, brother. Anything else you want to add before we leave?
No, we're still waiting on the transfer saga of the transfer window.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is Osimhen, and my gut feeling tells me that he will be a Chelsea player.
There you have it. Thank you so much, Bobby, for helping. Love and peace. Andrew, close the shop. We are out here.
Yeah, well, I'll just move with you know, everybody. If they say Osimhen, then I'll move to their knowledge and their expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that it works in favour for us.
Mm.
But it's always a pleasure to be on and to hear these distinguished and esteemed gentlemen. Always enjoy your stream. So I'll be back later on. I'll be your bulletproof.
Yes, sir.
I'll take some shots for you. Okay.
Thank you. Much appreciated, my brother Andrew. Everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time tonight.